Welcome to News Central's live broadcast. We do things on this channel. We bring conversations, dialogue, hoping to push the needle in the progress that we all seek in Nigeria. Welcome to the maiden episode of the Chairman's Dialogue inside Lagos politics.
Absolutely, and Lagos happens to be where you could say is bustling with a lot of energy, zest, you could say economic progress, you can name it whatsoever, because many have said that Lagos is always Lagos. In other words, it's unique, it's different. So I think
Joe
this
actually asked the question just before we started, if there's been a dialogue like we're about to have today in Lagos, and we understand from the chairman here present that that has not happened. So once again, News Central is starting the story, setting the pace. Basically today we will be having conversation. Democracy in Nigeria is something that we all wish to be better, and political parties are integral to the success of our democracy. They play a key role. So today, we at News Central, we're bringing this platform for candid conversation and dialogue on issues of governance, leadership, talking about opposition and the role that they play in keeping our leaders accountable, and of course, the party integrity, electoral integrity, policies that work to move our democracy forward.
You're right, and Felicity has said it all, and that's why we're gathered here. We'll be doing this for 2 hours straight. Well, if you're watching us and you'd love to be part of this, don't forget you can go on all socials, use the hashtag simple. It's just, let me check the social media platforms. Yes, they are up and running. It's hashtag NC Lagos Politics. Don't forget to add an S to that word, politics, okay? And we would be able to source your questions, your tweet, or whichever, and we'll look forward to pass this information to our distinguished guests who are seated here. Well, just in case you have not seen them, I'm sure the camera will definitely show you a quick view of what inside looks like. Okay, you can see the familiar faces, right? Yes, they are regulars, not just on News Central, but of course within your area, your locality, your vicinity, your neighborhood. Yes, they represent you and they stand for each and different political parties. It would not be a disservice if I stretch my hand to say, please, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, can we put our hands together for being here today? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Just a quick one before we go ahead and introduce our distinguished chairman here present and those that are represented. If you're yet to follow social media, follow News Central on social media. This is a good opportunity for you to do that at News Central TV. You can ask your questions. We have people monitoring these platforms. Specifically, if you use the hashtag, we can bring your questions here and ask the chairman directly for some response.
That's right. Well, without further ado, we are ready. It's inside Lagos politics. We do have the chairman. We would be having a conversation about us. So it's going to be all about the chairman. So chairman's dialogue, that's what we're all about, right?
Yeah, before we introduce the parties here represented, we have 19 political parties, and to their credit, to be fair, only one is unable to make it. We have 18 political parties here in this hall with us. I mean, that deserves the commitment to be part of moving our democracy forward.
That's right. So this is what we're going to do. We would run through some of the political parties that are here. The representatives, or better still, the chairman or chairpersons, will get to introduce themselves when it's time for them to speak or also respond to some of our very interesting questions. But right before we get into that, let us quickly do the honors and invite someone who is indeed here with us. She will be coming up live to speak. We do have an open window for her to indeed address each and everyone who is watching, and not just that, also speak to the chairman who are equally here as well.
Yeah, the reason she is coming up is because she's the chairman I believe, of IPAC, Inter-Party Advisory Council, and also the National Rescue Movement, NRN, here represented. So if you just quickly come up and say a few words before we get started.
Please just put your hands together for Timilola Akiade, please. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want to sincerely appreciate the organizer of this program, the News Central, for hosting us this morning. I want to appreciate all the chairmen of political parties here. I want to appreciate the viewer at home, and I would like to tell you why we are here. We are here simply because we want the people to know that democracy is important in any work we do. We want to let you know that given any political party seated here an opportunity to be the leader, they can all as well do more than what we expected. We are here to tell you our ideology, the Constitution, and the rest. And I hope we have a very fruitful deliberation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Not to be cocky, I know we will have fruitful deliberations today because people are committed and they showed up. That's the first part of winning. For those just joining us, we will be having this conversation in segments. Each will last for 20 minutes. We'll also have a Q&A for those that are watching. Again, it is at News Central TV. Just follow us on any platform. Use the hashtag NC Lagos Politics to share your comments and requests from our guests here.
Absolutely. Well, without further ado, let us quickly run through the names of the reputable, respected, and we could say wonderful political parties duly represented by the chairman or chairperson that are seated here today in this hall. I can tell you that everyone is looking bright, beautiful, handsome, you can name it whatsoever. I like the fact that the enthusiasm, I can feel it already in the room. Everybody just wants to talk about Lagos.
Okay.
And that's beautiful. So let me start off first by saying we do have the Accord Party Lagos State Chapter. I'm going to run through two more and then hand over to Felicity. We also have Action Alliance Lagos State Chapter. Please don't clap yet until we are done with the entire list. We also have the Action Democratic Party Lagos State Chapter.
Action People's Party Lagos State Chapter is also here. African Action Congress is also represented. We have African Democratic Congress Lagos Chapter. All Progressive Congress is here. All Progressive Grand Alliance, Allied People's Movement, Boot Party, Labour Party is also here.
That's right. We would also mention a few other very special individuals who are joining us here today. We also have delegates who are coming here today to be with us from the NRM, as mentioned. You did hear from the chairman of IPAC, who also represents that. We also have National Rescue Movement, like I rightly mentioned, not forgetting to the State Publicity Secretary of NRM is also here. We'll also be looking forward to welcome the NNPP, the Lagos State Chapter, who are equally here. People's Democratic Party, Lagos State Chapter. People's Redemption Party, also here present, and not forgetting to the Social Democratic Party. And we also have the Youth Party, and last but not the least, for now, we also have the Zenith Labour Party. So please, can we put our hands together for every single person who's been here really represented?
Again, let's say it as it is. This is the first of its kind, and News Central is setting the pace for conversations like this. So we'll start with the first segment. We want to look at, establish the perception, I think, starting from the past. We just had not too long an election, and almost all parties here participated in that process. So we want to get some candid evaluation of your party's performance and perhaps some of the quick lessons that you would want to share with people. 60 seconds. I think that's a good place to start.
Absolutely. So this means that we're starting off with segment 1. Just to run through for all our viewers, we would have 2 segments. Each segment is 20 minutes or less. And after that, we're going to have a Q&A bordering on the 2 segments that we've deliberated on. And this would open the window for those who are joining us either socials or those who would be sending in their questions. So the very first segment, to all our distinguished guests, would be focusing on the role of political parties in governance. I'm just going to throw this open, and then don't forget you could put your hands up, the microphones would come to you, and then you can do your introduction and go ahead and make your comments. When it's election cycle, we get to see so many political parties. It's almost like they just came out and said, hey, I am here. Take note of me. And as soon as the political cycle ends, we don't see them anymore. So I think I'll start on that note. Can we speak on the presence of political parties pre and post election cycles? That's my first question. So I would expect to see the hands up, and let's take it from there, starting off with your introduction, and then of course you can drop in your comments. So who wants to go first?
All right, there's someone over there.
You can sit down, no problem.
So, firstly, the role of political parties in governance. For one, political parties are like gatekeeper and also kingmaker. When I say kingmaker is like anybody going into government have to come through a political party. So, the political party have their own internal process to one, get the candidate or the aspirants. What is their capacity, integrity, and what is their leadership quality that they are bringing to board? So having done this, we push them onto the platform to participate in our primary, and whoever that becomes successful in that primary gets on to contest in the main election. So that's the process of being a kingmaker. Now, being a gatekeeper is also aligned to that responsibility, where you weed out any unstable character, people without merit, out of the process of getting into government. Now, talking about what's the second question? Sorry.
Okay, I'm afraid your 60 seconds is up.
Okay, thank you.
But it's fine. I like the fact that you expressed that.
Okay.
Showing the birthday of a particular politician. Who cares about that? As that important to the people. But issues based, they are not looking for it. You know, why the media is trying, we should give kudos for News Central for this program. There should be more light on other political parties. There are 19 political parties in Lagos, and all of them should show the people their policies, their ideology that will help society, and those that ideology will not help, we should put the focal point on those their ideology will transform. We can't continue to do the same.
Okay, thank you very much. Just to ride off what he's saying, I was hoping this will come much later, but it is an important question to ask because appear, disappear. There are allegations that some of the parties in this state, not just Lagos State, are used as front by bigger parties to push political agenda. I want a response that speaks to this. I think we could take multiple responses to this because it's a fundamental question as to the viability. You talked about the ideology earlier. Do parties actually have this? So who wants to take up that question? Okay, let's go to the back for a change. Sorry.
The chairman.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think we can deal with the chairman first.
Okay.
Then we'll take Q&A. You can have your questions for Q&A as well.
Oh, thank you very much. George Ashiru, Chairman of African Democratic Congress. I think it's a big phrase to say that the allegations are that there are some parties that are fronting for other parties. It may be something that could end up being litigated, so maybe we should avoid that kind of general statement. However, politics is about collaborations and alliances. So where there could be some parties that have decided they want to collaborate with another party for whatever reason, maybe they don't have a strong enough candidate, maybe they don't have enough funds to run their campaign. I'm not speaking on their behalf, but I'm just want to make sure that facts and opinions are separated. But let's go back to the original issue that you raised about when people disappear. Politics is electioneering, and then after there's governance. So you can't continue campaigning when there's no election. So the people that are contesting spend money, time, they go on the media, they are doing all manners of politicking. As soon as elections are over, if you don't win, what happens? You know, you don't just start campaigning, so to speak, because you're no longer a candidate. So it's not left with the parties to now begin to imbibe within themselves proper internal democracies to prepare for the next election. The real focus really is active opposition, which is what I think you may be looking at. Actively checking and checkmating the party that actually wins election, ensuring that they're delivering the goods of democracy for the people that elected them in. Okay. And I think that's the area that we should do a lot of talking about as well. I
actually wanted you to finish before you talk about collaboration. There is a difference between collaboration and merger, and being transparent is one of the things that drive, people's belief in what this party is putting on the table. It is an allegation, and that was why I was very clear that it is an allegation, but when this party still stand as this is my party, but the agenda seemingly is to scuttle others. Are you saying you have not had scenarios like this happen?
African Democratic Congress ran an election the last time. We had a gentleman called Funsho Doherty. He ran against the government. So we know fully well that we did not collaborate. We did not do any form of merger. What I'm saying is this: allegations are allegations. In politics, one has to be careful to differentiate between allegations and facts. And I'm speaking generally on behalf of political parties. I am also establishing the fact that there is nothing wrong when parties that have similar ideologies decide to pick a particular candidate to support. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing intrinsically wrong about it. But it is what is important is this the will of the people in the party? That's what matters the most. As long as that is the case, then those sort of alliances will occur. That we have them in parliamentary societies as well, where parties come together to form government. And I think this is actually what we need to do more of. Why should we have single-party states, one-party rule, when there are parties that collaborate to help govern? That's a question that I would also like to throw out to everyone else.
Okay.
Well, we listened carefully, but I just want to also mention that thank you for your points. We're going to cover a lot. So the point you raised, it's already there. It's there. We'll get there. But for now, we just want to get your feedback. Remember, the questions are also used to understand what really is happening to the political landscape in Lagos. Okay, so we would want to take them one after the other. I also need to announce that we had invited 18 political parties. Only 16 showed up. I'm also informed that we haven't gotten any notification from the representative of the All Progressives Congress, so they are not here yet. Hopefully, they would be here very soon. We're hoping.
Okay, I know someone would want to speak on the question that Mr. Shiru responded to. I think someone at the back at some point. Okay, let's stay with you. Okay, go ahead, sir.
I am Adeleke Abdurrahman, PRP, People's Redemption Party, Lagos State Chapter. Concerning the question raised, I think there is electoral law and guidance and constitutionally stipulated period for electioneering, and after electioneering, for not to distract the administration that is going on, there must be pending, stop all campaigns and electioneering process and leave it for administration of government. But in Political parties have their own internal political activities. They are mobilizing members, giving orientations to members, registering members, building leadership qualities for next election for among community and people in the party. But it's for collaboration. We have seen in the government, Bola Ige was part of AG and was Attorney General of Nigeria under PDP. Presently, Ezewuike is from PDP and is Minister for Abuja. That's collaboration. It is not that parties die after elections. They have our internal activities that we engage in, monitoring the process of governance, selling ideas and policies to government, putting check and balances to excessive of the government of the day. But Nigerian Constitution don't give provision explicitly on that is the problem. Winner takes all. Winner takes it all. And that is why affects the activities of other parties. You're not seeing them in public gatherings. You're not seeing them in political arena because presently political activities in Nigeria is winner take it all. And that is why during electioneering processes, you see it. Some parties take it up, do or die affair because winner take it all.
I think you've raised a very important. I missed a bit of what you said, but what you're wrapping around is on funding. Right?
Yeah,
part of it to keep you viable even after the elections?
Not really. We generate our fund internally. We get sponsors. We get patrons and matrons that sponsors political activities, but not particularly in funding, but giving good governance to our people, not as in economic benefits.
All right, please. Okay, all right. So we would like you to introduce yourself again so we can get that for the camera. I think you were a bit fast.
Adeleke Abdurrahman, PRP, People's Redemption Party Chairman, Lagos State Chapter.
Thank you, Mr. Adeleke. Okay, I would like the microphone to go to I'm coming. Let's just balance it. Please take the microphone, please. Thank you so much.
My name is Veronica Dikokila, Chairman, NMPP, Lagos State Chapter. I would like to start from where he stopped. He said something about the winner takes it all. Back to your question, it's true that during elections, you see all the political parties. And after elections, it's like you don't get to hear about them anymore. And that was why I said, I'm going to take it from where it stopped. It's like the winner takes it all. But the thing is this. You know, the Nigerian situation is just a pity that we are the way we are. If you look at America, for instance, Donald Trump is there as the president, and he came up with all manners of policies that opposition is against. But you see, even the common man on the street is out there protesting that, look, we will not accept this. You have to abide by the Constitution. But Nigeria is a different ballgame altogether. In Nigeria, borrowing his phrase, the winner takes it all. That is what we're experiencing. During electioneering, you see people, the political parties, they make all efforts to be heard. They become very visible during elections. After elections, they disappear.
Okay,
why?
Let me interject and ask if you think that is the reason people are talking about collaboration and probably what the impact will be.
Well, it's part of it. It's part of it. You find out that the loser. I'm using the wrong word now. I don't want to say that.
Let's say the participating.
The participating parties, right? Okay. You find some of them, they want to jump fence, you know, because they feel that, we are not heard, we are not listening. So they want to jump fence, they want to come to the ruling party. And so in the process, you find some with maybe shared values and aspiration coming together to say we want to form a coalition or whatever, you know. But the thing is this. We need a strong opposition. In Nigeria, the winner takes it all. The person in power goes staring problems in other parties so that it weakens those parties. The party in power weakens the other parties by sowing trouble in those parties. And some of them want to join fence to go to the ruling party. And for those that can't do that, they seek for those with the same values and aspiration coming together to form a coalition. So the problem in Nigeria is huge. That's all I want to add to all the
so if
things
I'm
saying.
to bring it down, ideology is a problem. You've mentioned that, opinions, and sometimes we've seen a higher case of cross-carpeting. If I'm right, that's what you've said. Okay, cross-carpeting. Let me quickly introduce the Youth Party National Publicity Secretary, Mr. Ayo.
Sure.
Ayo, please, can you come forward? We have your chair in front, please. Thank you so much. We'd like you to come forward so you could take your seat and be part of the conversation. Thank you so much.
I'll take one more question before we go to the Q&A part of it. It's from the submission that's been made so far. Opposition. How can a political party is collaboration? In this instance, you want to be part of the government. How can you be an opposition and criticize or draw attention when they are going awry? Anyone? Okay.
My name is Felicity. I'm the State Secretary of Action Democratic Party, ADP. I'm standing in for my chairman, is now around. The question you just raised now is, parties, opposition are the watchdog. We are not silent. We are not quiet about what the ruling party is doing. We are making statements. We are on Twitter. We are on other social media networks. Although the media got our voice, but we go on social media and criticize them. And I feel we are even helping them by criticizing them, because criticism is a feedback to them. Because of the circumstances in the ruling party, anything they do, they are okay with it. But for the opposition party, we make our voice to be heard. We talk to them. But would they listen to us? No, but we still keep on talking and making them to listen to us. We are not keeping quiet. After the election, we have to go back into our shell and strategize again and talk to people. But the major issue is that because when the rice is not coming to us as a opposition party, people don't want to join us. Even the people that we have in parties too, we are looking for where the greener, what they call it, the grass is green.
Okay, I think we'll get, okay, finish up.
So we in ADP, we have our own ideology that we have. That even though we are not in government, we have to call their attention to what they are doing. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I think to see a lot of hands flying. We're trying to ensure that we wrap up this segment. Okay, let's take just one more. Please. Let's. Thank you. Please let's not forget to introduce ourselves. Thank you so much.
My name is Honorable Philip Labode Ezewuike. I'm the State Chairman, People's Democratic Party. It seems we are not addressing the questions the way we should. First, we need to look at Lagos State, how it has been before we refer to other states, because this is a community engagement. I can tell you that from my experience, I have been in PDP since 1999, and you recognize that in 2023 and some other years, we can say that we won, but that is not where I'm going. Where I'm going is this. When you look at how political party is handled in Lagos State by those in power, the people who are in government, right from AD to several parties up to this time, you will see that from the onset, we are supposed to bring up good people for election, people that have integrity, the people that respect the rule of law, the people that want the sort to be presented. But what we observe in this state is that when you get to power, you do everything. You don't mind how far you will go to oppress other political parties in every way. You oppress them, they cannot even have free. If some of us we don't have confidence in ourselves. For instance, I was once a council chairman. I became a commissioner in Lagos State. During not during political parties days, during military time before I came to political party. So if we have integrity and we know what we are doing, we will continue to stand by what is right and do what is right. Because people are not doing what is right, that is why they allow the ruling party to manipulate them. I'm using this as an opportunity to encourage the young parties that we can still make it. Let us stand firm. Let us stand and do what is right. And because of this, I am talking about what is happening in Lagos State. Since the inception of this administration in the past, some of you who have watched how we travel in PDP against other party in Lagos State, right from Funshaw William, how he died, and so on and so forth. We've gone through a lot. So what we need to do is for us to be focused. And what is happening presently is even discouraging people where the vote doesn't count anymore.
Okay. I just want to say something before we take on a question. And I mean, anyone can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm thinking it goes back to something both of you submitted earlier, that the winner takes it all. It's like a mentality. It's something. It is politics. When you win, you want your ideas to dominate. And the reason you are opposition is to, despite these oppression and challenges, do what needs to be done. So how can political parties strengthen their internal democracy? Because if you do not have people inside trying to sabotage the work that is going on, perhaps this conversation we're having will be going a different way. I think you've spoken. Let's the gentleman in green.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Adenekbebi Mobiadekunle, the state chairman of Zenith Labour Party, ZLP. It is now for the winner to take it all in politics, all over the world. Taking all over. And bring people that did not trust being government with him. That is the truth. Now, let's move to the next. Now, when it comes to why political parties go in after election, and during election you see them out again, is simple. When you finish an electionary process, you have to go back, win or lose, go to the drawing board, and look at how you can build up your party and come out strong. Go back to history. Before now, members form the party, but now individuals form the party. And that is the greatest challenge we have in the Nigerian democratic process. Because when members form the party, they are the owners of the party. But when somebody comes from outside to form the party, the person takes charge of the party. So you don't expect internal democracy to strive when members are not paying their dues. Like in Zenith Labour Party, all our members have our membership card and we are paying our dues. So the number of our members are sure of what they are doing and the party they belong. We have the labor ideology, and all our members, we are as much as possible inculcating the labor ideology into them. Now, the problem we have is this: most members of political parties don't even understand the ideology of their party.
Okay,
and that is the truth. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have I would say an inter-conversation that's moving from one topic that we also have to another. So let's move straight to the second segment. Okay.
Conversation is true.
Yes. Let's move to the second segment. We've talked about
people have questions for this conversation we've had.
Yes, that will be for the second. After the second segment, we'll take the Q&A. Yeah. So the first one, we've looked at the role of the political parties in governance. We've mentioned when we see them here tomorrow, they're not there. Thank you so much for the points that have been raised on why many may perceive that to be so. The second one, we want to focus on leadership and governance in Lagos State. In Lagos State. I can see a lot of the chairman saying, It seems like the heart is ready to bloat out. So let's quickly go straight into that. Leadership and governance in Lagos State. I think I'll just throw in one question. Please, let's try and adapt to the 60 seconds so we can take a lot, as many as we can. Question 1. Under leadership and governance in Lagos, is Lagos truly governed properly? Do you think it's governed properly as an opposition party or as a political party? Do you think it is? I can see. I'm just asking. You can raise your hands up. We have the microphones, so we can go 60 seconds very quickly. Okay, let's start off with. We've not heard your voice, so please. Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry. Please hold on. Ladies first. Let's start with the ladies.
Good morning. My name is Mrs. Bumiadi, State Chairperson, APM Lagos State. If you are talking of politics, please don't talk of Lagos State. Lagos State politics is a sham. They will oppress you that
You will not be able to do anything. If you don't even have freedom of, they don't play the politics we talk about. Politics is free movement. You can say anything, you can do whatever you want, but it doesn't happen in Lagos.
You said they. Who are they? You said they. You said they. Who are they? You need to clarify.
So when you can say anything within contest, I mean, let's put that.
Even if you win the contest, if you win, they will still take it back from you. If you win, they will still take it back.
Okay, I think you should contextualize it.
And we are contesting, but
so
only it is not given out.
Okay.
All right. Any other subject?
Okay. The man in black. We'll come back to we'll take one lady, one gentleman. We'll come back to you as well. Please, 60 seconds, please.
Okay. My name is Olushola Olusegun. I represent Social Democratic Party. So the questions that you ask are very, very fundamental, because the governance is about guiding and influencing. In Lagos State, what we are experiencing in Lagos State in terms of governance is zero. There's something trending on social media now. The leader of this state assembly, see what is happening in his LGA, imposing the people, imposing his personal sound against the will of the people. And that's the same person that is in the state assembly. So what they patronize in Lagos is nepotism, mediocrity. In Lagos State, you can, if you're not part of APC, you are nothing. No, that's what you're saying.
So this dialogue is actually about what parties can do better, how internal democracy can grow, how you can be an opposition in a way that benefits the people. So you are going back to what was being said earlier about the winner takes it all, oppression. What are you doing in your capacity as, you are a legal entity and your power remains?
So we were talking about, specifically we're talking about Lagos State.
Yes.
What is happening in Lagos State is Lagos State has manipulated the system to the point that they are making it a one-party system. So now look at what I'm saying. Look at my political party. That is why my political party is reaching out to everybody. We are campaigning, we are reaching out people about our democratic principles, because the people we have in Lagos State, we don't patronize, there's nothing like democracies in Lagos State. We don't have democracies in Lagos because the people You say we have democracy. What is happening is not a democratic.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Okay.
Let's move.
let's
Oh, okay. We have a lot of
a
hands
lot
this
to
time.
say.
A lot. Let's take the
Yes.
women. Let's take the chairman. The chairman. Okay. All right. Let's listen to from Abga. Please bring the microphone.
I can give you my own. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen.
Your name, please.
My name is Thank God Ibe. I'm the chairman of All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA, Lagos State Chapter. So I want to just go straight to the point concerning the question you just raised now. Being an opposition in a political party is where you can stand on your feet, and when you cannot be pushed to be, cannot let yourself to be pushed around by the ruling party. If you want to be an opposition, you sacrifice, even if you are hungry. You sacrifice. You might be hungry at the same time reject food, in the sense that when you dance to the tone of the ruling party, they will mess you up and your voice cannot be heard. But if you stand on your feet with that hunger inside you, you can be able to defend yourself and say whatever is wrong or right they are doing. So, like what you just asked, what can we do in terms of such occasion? I'm trying to say that we stand on your feet and reject anything that is offering you. They can make you offer to buy you by their own side. That way, you have submitted yourself to them. So no opposition, you are not longer an opposition to them. So that is where I'm looking at. Stand fit and reject food, even if we are hungry. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, go ahead. Let's take her.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Chief Mrs. Adeyemi Abiola, State Chairperson, Action People's Party. Governance in Lagos is not thing to rhyme about, especially during election, when there is campaigning. Let us try if other parties go and post posters, they will destroy everything. The ruling party does that, especially their tout. They will embarrass you for coming out that where is this party coming from? You only know only one party in Lagos. So who are you? These are part of, it's not a democracy at all in Lagos State. They want only one party system, which is not possible. We have 19 political parties, but at the time of election, the intimidating is too much on the eyesight. Even coming to your candidates, intimidating your candidates in their areas. That's who are you going for? Because the next person contests under the ruling party will be intimidating you. Sometimes some of the candidates leave their houses because they are contesting in Lagos State. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, before we take further questions, Joe, just a quick reminder for our viewers watching us live, you can be part of this conversation, this dialogue, this candid presentation from our chairman by following us on social media and asking your questions using the hashtag #NCLagosPolitics. We have people on standby to send those questions in to us, and we will take them live and put them to the chairman here present.
Okay. Okay, she has the mic. Gentlemen, please, let's give them just one last 60 seconds and we come here. All right? We're talking to the chairman first.
Thank you. Governance in Lagos State. That was what you asked?
Yes. Yes.
Leadership and governance in Lagos State. It's a pity that Nigerians are still where we are. Lagos State is a one-party state, as far as I'm concerned, because we all, especially in Labour Party, during the last election, we know what we experienced in this Lagos State. And even after election, that you expect that they assume they won and they are ruling, that they would allow peace to reign. But the aftermath of the election is that they still went after the opposition. And this has not helped at all. But we, irrespective of that role or this thing, we in Labour Party we cannot be silenced. And that is why we have engaged, because a lot of youths, because Labour Party has more than 65% of youths, went into their shell. And what we did was to try to engage them by bringing them out with all forms of activity for them to also speak, and which will re-echo on the social media. But one thing I want you to know is that even at this, when we had a football tournament for the party to get any space in Lagos State, the moment they hear Labour Party, they say, no, you cannot use this. We don't want trouble. How can any government run effectively if you don't even allow the opposition to have a voice? And what we're saying as political parties is that you are ruling, but how would you know, or how would you assess what you are doing if you don't allow people to come up and say, okay, we do not agree with this, and these are the suggestions? Like the candidates of Labour Party, the gubernatorial candidate of Labour Party, came up on air when this dualization from the motorway thing. He said the dredging is going to affect certain areas and so on and so forth. Now, they've come back to what he suggested after rebuffing him. I mean, you cannot run any government by thinking that you know it all, and that is what is happening in Nigeria.
Okay.
The ruling party, that is what they are known for.
Okay, before we take further comments, I want to say that the 19 political parties were invited for this conversation. The APC in particular, which is the ruling party, is also invited for this conversation. Can you confirm that they are here? My colleague Godwin, is the APC represented here today? Okay, so the invitation was said. They acknowledge that they will be here, but we don't have them here. Just
are you
for
representing?
clarity purposes.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we like I said, once again, just to re-echo what Felicity said, we invited the 18 political parties. So far, so good. We have just one that's not here, which is the ruling party, the APC. Let's take the gentlemen. We'll take their comments. Okay, let's take man in blue.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Kehinde Adigbulugbe. I'm the state party chairman, Lagos State of Action Alliance. Now, the point we are trying to make here, I think we are missing a point. First of all, I refuse to say Lagos State is a one-party state. We have 18 political parties who are vying and they are opposition. We cannot stand here and say they are a one-party state. You know, first of all, leadership is the ability to share your ideas, share your vision, and share your planning with the people. Governance is the ability to administer it. Now, if you ask that question, is Lagos State governed properly with leadership? I'll say no. Why I'll say no is because there is a so-called blueprint. They're always saying there's a blueprint. If you look at the blueprint, they have not done this blueprint perfectly. And who made this blueprint? Who got this blueprint out? Is it not the same civil servants that are there? Those are the people that are supposed to administer it, but you don't do the right thing. Now, other political parties, they make a mistake. And I always say, because we're opposition, we forget that the grassroots is the real issue. We look at the local governments, look at the LCDs, this LCD they are saying, the grassroots, we are focusing on the grass and we're not touching the roots. Because if you go deep down into the roots, opposition will have a say. Opposition will have a say. Look, that man that his brother is a thug, if you get to him, he will talk to his brother. If you hit the roots on the ground, you will be a proper opposition. So I refuse to say that Lagos is a one-party state.
Okay, I think we're starting to heat things up a bit. Let's bring the microphone to any other chairman that wants to talk. Any other? We have Q&A. We're going to go to question and answer very soon, so it will be open to everyone.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Olaide Olurinde. I'm representing AAC, African Action Congress. As regarding the leadership in Lagos State has been run like a circuit court. So it has been run like a circuit court. most of us don't even know what is going on inside Lagos State. We don't even know how federal government fund is being allocated to states, how it's being used for the benefits of the Lagosians. And also, I also want to say, from what all of the chairman said now, that we need to start from the grassroots, which I really comply with him, because I actually thought about that some months ago, that we kept on calling the president. Why not we focus on the local government chairmen? Because we need to start from them. Okay. Most especially our areas where they are not free to stay. The roads, the electricity, the local government chairmen are expected to be held responsible. So we need to start with our grassroots. By so doing, I'm sure we can get good governance.
Yes, you made very valid point. It takes me back to what Mr. Ibe said earlier about working internally and not accepting what is being given. That is why political parties are here. I think it's time for us to take some questions.
Let's go for question and answer session now.
He wants to say something. Please, if you can do it in 40 seconds. 40 seconds, please.
My name is Suleiman Abdulwasi Alade, representing APP Party, All People Party. My contribution is not far-fetched. To us here, we know we are all politicians. And the first instance we need to put our hands is that when we talk about politics and political parties, I want you to get to our mind is that, according to Harold Laswell, he said political parties and politics has to do with who gets what and when and how. That is point number one. Point number two is that when we are talking about governors, leaderships, we are mixing something that is very cogent, very crucial out, which is effectiveness. Effectiveness is more crucial in governance and leadership. And how does that happen? Effectiveness has to do with effective utilizations of government resources, which has to be practiced and showcased by the public's affair, which is the public's and the civil servant. And when any administration gets into power, the first thing to do is for them to capture the effectiveness of government. The effectiveness of government has to do with the secrets of the resources of that particular state. Once they have captured the secret, they will be able to spend their tentacle on ensuring that those resources is allocated to them totally. Let us work on the effectiveness of government so that we'll be able to know on how to fight the government at any point in time. Thank you.
All right. Our aim is not really to fight.
Yes.
We don't want. So I think I'll be standing now. We'll be standing so we can have the Q&A. So let's have question and answers now. The questions, likely we have some online. We'll be reading them out later on. So if you have questions, if you're not part of the chairman, please feel free to ask. Yes, your hand has been flying since we started talking. I wonder if you wanted to take over the hosting.
Thank you.
Please introduce
My
yourself.
name is Gabriel Ayodeji Duduyegbe.
Please, again, one more time.
Gabriel Ayodeji Duduyegbe, Organizing Secretary, NRM Lagos State. We are talking about Lagos State. And you ask a question, is Lagos State government running it well? And everybody say no. But what has been the contribution of opposition party? Because we are not, opposition party are not coming out to challenge the ruling party. And that is why we are seeing it as a one-party system. It's not one-party system. Because we need to challenge them. When they are doing something wrong, what have you ever come out and say, no, look at it now. Local government election is coming up. And they said they want to do 37 SCDA together. As the opposition party come out and challenge them and say no to this.
Okay, I think this, as we're speaking, I was thinking about the collaboration that we're talking about. That should be something parties would be considering. Since you say one is acting strong, a collaboration in this instance to be a stronger voice. What do you have to say to that?
All right, thank you very much. The good thing about it is that the chairmen of parties here know that we have been actively fighting about this issue of interpretation of the Supreme Court matter. As of 2 days ago, it still came up. We challenged last year. Over the weekend, we were all over the media on the same matter. So opposition is opposite. That's not the issue. The issue is this: the people that are being told, are they listening? And are they taking action on what was said? I'll give an example. There was a meeting that chairmen of parties had with Lycée, and conversation came up. We were asked a question: how much should candidates for local government pay? And it was a question, and everybody had an opinion, and everybody said it should be 100,000 and less. 2 days later, we have guidelines saying 150,000. It means people spoke, but in the end, the imposition came. This is what people mean when they say one party rule. It means the opinions, even of the opposition, does not really count. But let me get an answer to a question which I think all of them are also talking about. The key to development and the evidence of good governance is in the human development indices. If you look around you in Lagos, there's a lot of money spent on infrastructure, but the middle class gets poorer. But if you look at China, the middle class is getting richer. So when you know that you're governing well, is that every time you take $10 million loan, you spend it on the people, health, education, and standard of living. Not bridges and bridges and bridges that in themselves do not necessarily lift people out of poverty. And I think it's the inability to prioritize the development of people that's making 23 million people in this place, in this Lagos, insecure. 60% living under the poverty line. And so the thing we are challenging all of us for is policies and governance that are going to lift people out of poverty, increase the middle class, and that will increase more IGR.
Okay. I think you made your point. I just wanted to quickly say that this dialogue, sorry, Joe, this dialogue works because people are here. We still have about an hour plus to go. So if other parties that are not here are watching, we're not too far away. You know our location. You have the invite. Please show up and speak for your party. It is about pushing democracy forward. Go ahead, sir.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Comrade Awolajo Olaruwaju, First Chairman, Accord Party, Lagos State. So, based on the question asked, my suggestion is this. We have all opposition party here. Local government election is around the corner. Let's all opposition party come together and divide Lagos State into maybe 5 divisions or 3, based on division-wise or senatorial basis, and check where each opposition party have their strengths. If all opposition party come together, for instance now, maybe Accord Party, we have our strength in 3 local government, let it be identified. Labour, 2 local government, let it be identified. PDP, 5 local government, let it be identified. After all this identification, then we put out our strong soldiers to fight the ruling party in this local government election. If you capture this local government election, we let people of Lagos State know that we have better option. We have better program for them.
I think this is supposed to be a dialogue. So he's making a submission. Yes. Is that something that is doable? It's something that parties can consider. But we cannot have conversations like this and then afterwards everybody goes. You said something is already in the works, but he's making this new idea open to us. What do you think about it?
Okay.
Now, political strategy can never be openly discussed.
True.
So I was a little bit concerned that my brother thinks that on live TV you will tell the opposition the weapon you're going to use against them. No.
Okay, so collaboration is something that it's in the works.
This is something I need to say. This gathering, in my own opinion, is not opposition party. It's a gathering of parties. It just happens that the party is not here. So we're not here because we're opposition party. We're here because we're Nigerians, we're Lagosians. And we're representing our political platforms. And I think that every right-thinking person, even within the party that is ruling this state, will always elect to do what is right. What is right, for example, is paying homage, right? Would anybody say because I'm ruling party I will go against it? or I'm in the opposition, I'll go against it. So I think our challenge, first and foremost, is that let us first agree on what is right for Lagos State. And once we decide what is right for the people of Lagos State, then we can begin to implement it through our political platforms, individually and as a pack. Thank you.
All right, let me invite, a statement was made during the conversation. Sorry to butt in very quickly. I want to speak to Teminola Kiade, please. IPAC, let me bring the mic to you. Do you have any challenges with the 37 LCDAs? Because you haven't spoken yet on that.
Okay, let's acknowledge who sent it. Maysol Entertainment, we see you on our YouTube channel. For those that are watching, you can drop your comments on our YouTube live comment session, as well as Instagram and Twitter. X, no longer Twitter. Maysol Entertainment is asking, why is IPAC not carried along by LISEC on the local government elections before they released a timetable?
Thank you very much. About the 37 LCDA, if you recall, by last December, there was a kind of we went to assembly. We went to National Assembly to open hearing then, talking about are we going to have election in 20 local government and 37 SLDA. And even then, they told us that the Supreme Court judgment says the election should be held in 20 local government. In fact, I was surprised because they themselves, the ruling party and the House of Assembly, they agreed on having 20 local government. In fact, I want to quote it openly. Bajabia Mila, the Honorable Bajabia Mila, he said it in his constituency that we are having election in 20 local government. But all of a sudden, everything just changed. We were at the LASEG, we were telling them that what happened, why the sudden change? They said the governor signed the proposal, the amended law on the 9th of January. We were like, when? How? Why is it not in open space? So nobody could get it until the day before yesterday that they printed it for us. So up to now, we don't really know what is going to happen. But as for me, when we say 20 local government, it's fine by me. And when they say, honestly, let me be truthful, what happened to those that have been working in the 37 local government? Because we are having 57 already. People are still complaining that the development is nowhere to be found. They are embezzling our money. Now we say 20 local government. Just forget about that. There won't be anything for the rest. So that is just my point. Thank you.
Okay, very interesting. I know I've promised the local government. Okay, let's start off.
Thank you very much. It's very important to note that the time is not enough for us, but we just try. The governance in Lagos is just basically like a mafia system. It's government for the talks with the talks by the talks. Also for the elite with the elite by the elite. Babajide Sanwo-Olu has no connection with the masses. No connection whatsoever. And that is why, even at this point, when we are preparing for local government election, this government has once again tried to spit on the face of the people. By doing what? By disobeying a Supreme Court judgment that was clearly passed. And also by disobeying the 1999 Constitution, which is a criminal offense. I hope you are aware. Why? The 37 LCDAs has been illegal since inception. There's a Supreme Court judgment of 2004 that stood against it. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu went ahead with it. And we have been on it. Yet again, another court judgment came out, and here you are again in 2025. Still doing the same thing. And what did they do? We attended the public hearing. Some of us were there, and we spoke. And there were even people from the APC that disagreed with the House of Assembly members. That no, you cannot appoint anybody in the local government. It's a local government. It's a government. They have autonomy. Election should hold. They backtracked. And we didn't hear anything again. They confused us with the Obasa issue and the Melinda issue for months. All of a sudden, we attended IPAC meeting, and they're telling us there was a ruling at the House of Assembly. There was an amendment. Where? How? With who? And then January 10, by this one, we lose stamp it. We state here, and I state here, chairman of AAC, that the LISEC in Lagos has already given us a failed election by releasing that timetable and declaring that we're having an election in the 37 illegal LCDAs. And also I want to say here, do INEC sell forms to us? Why is LISEC selling forms? The forms should be absolutely free. Do LISEC have funds that are allocated to them to run election? Why are you requesting for funds for political parties? And the APC was saying, the last meeting that we had, that the money should even be increased just to make sure some people cannot run election. It should be political parties that should be given funds free and sell it to their people in reasonable amount. Okay. Some of us even give it for free. So it is stated, as I said, during the election, we don't have good governance in Lagos. Leadership is not indicated, and we need to get it right. Okay,
we know we have someone from LISEC here. If you can just indicate by raising your hand quickly, so the microphone can come
LISEC?
to you.
LISEC? Anyone from LISEC here?
Do we have anyone from LISEC here? Oh, okay. But just okay. So, one house, please. One house, please. One house, please. One house, please. Can we keep it down? This is live television. Please, let's keep it down. Let's keep it down. Okay. I wanted to also quickly...
Good afternoon. My name is Honorable Lawal Razak. I'm from Lagos. Accord Lagos. I'm my organizing secretary, Accord, in Lagos State. I really appreciated this program, because the reason why I said so is that you have done what anybody have not been given to all the opposition in Lagos State before, in Nigeria in general. Now, before I go to it, the last public hearing Lagos State organized, I thank God that the person who just spoke about from the IPAC, get it that Muiz Banire was saying that day, that if care is not taken, if other political party present here take you to court or legislative, you are going to die in jail. But none of us today have worked on that up to today. Because that day, they said they want to run 20 local government due to the financial autonomy that was just passed by the Supreme Court, that if fund is coming, they can channel it to 20 local government. They will now look for fund from the Lagos State Post in order to cater for the mayors that they want to create. So now, why I'm saying this is this. We opposition, we need to stand up very well. Let them know we are around. I remember very well in the last maybe 4 years or 5 years election in Mushin, where we stand up and we collected about 6 councillors, which I think has never happened in Lagos before. So please, I'm only calling us that we need to stand up and let them understand we are on ground. IPAC should do what they need to do. LISEC, in the last meeting they hold, they just do us as if we are not. Maybe they have buy many of us too, we don't know. Yes, you need to just say it now. So that is my point, sir.
All right, thank you so much. The conversations are indeed heating up. Let's see.
So before we take the next question, let me quickly... So before we take the next question, I'm sorry about that, my earpiece fell off. I was thinking we have the INEC representative here. I had to go ask our lead producer to confirm if they are here. They are not here because we would have loved to speak with them. LISEC also confirmed they will be here. They sent the name of a representative to be here. This is live television. You can be watching us from anywhere. So if you are a member of any of these parties, please tell them there's still time to join. And you can also share your responses on our social media platforms. We have some of them here already that we should take.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, also looking at our time, I think we're about to get into the very interesting segment, so we'll make it very short, please. Let's go to the next segment. We're also going to throw it open as a Q&A, rather than just throw in one question. We'd like you to please respond quickly. Let's look at Lagos State and elections. Lagos State and elections. Electoral integrity and the path to 2027. What are other parties saying? What have we gathered from the last election that was held in Lagos? We've spoken to a few persons from your parties. They've highlighted some very interesting things. They said, is it really free and fair? They don't think so. Are the elections credible? And so on and so forth. So please, we'd like you to speak on the road to 2027 elections.
All right, before you take, we take your responses, let me acknowledge our live viewers, people who are watching on YouTube and X. We see some of your comments. Some of them are appropriate, some of them are inappropriate, but we do see your comments. We have the likes of Femi, Michael, and Adeniro. You're speaking on a couple of issues. As soon as we take this on, we will try and highlight some of your questions. So keep watching.
Let's start with the elections. Let's go.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Felix from the Action Democratic Party. In Lagos, the jinx has been broken because APC has been running they have been in the ruling party from inception of this administration from 1999 till 2003. But the jinx has been broken. So any party can win APC now. We have tried them, we have tested them, we have tossed them. They don't have any substance. They just have noise. So we can win them. We try it. All we need is the people. Is the people. In the last election, they were jittery, we can see. They were jittery. Even the so-called food they have, they couldn't give them what they desire. They couldn't do it. So I'll talk to our people that they should come out. They should come out and come and vote. Everybody should come out. How many are they? In the last election, we can see the whole thing that happened through the movement and all that. So if the opposition party can come together, I'm telling you, 2027 will be a surprise for the ruling party in Lagos State. So we are really working towards that.
Okay, permit me to take one more from here quickly.
Once again, PRP, Lagos State, Adeleke Abdurrahman. The electoral process has been laid down. We have Electoral Act that is enshrined in the 1999 Constitution as amended. And the problem, there are rule of law, but the problem is just implementation and our people in court. The election process, it is, no matter how perfected it is, in 1980, Alhaji Balarabe Musa said, we are living in the time of change, and this change, it is drastically that we people should prepare our mind for new policy that will bring progress to our people. And that is when the Constitution stated 20 local governments, and we are having 20 and 37 LTDA, and the parties are protesting against this, and the rulership in Lagos State are not listening to it. How are we going to implement the rule of law? In Lagos State, the orientation of electorate has been changed. When you speak to them during the election, they will say, Kilobade, sorry for non-Yoruba speaking audience, that is, they will tell you, what's my gain? What are you going to give me? This orientation must be changed, and if you field a candidate, there is no level playing ground. A chairman said the other time that when you paste posters, before 6 a.m. the following morning, no matter where you have pasted your posters. 8 years ago, the Lagos State changed electoral law within 48 hours to election. Because of their party, they started the constitution that electoral act that has been there for long. They changed it 48 hours to election date, that a party can change candidates to the election 48 hours to it. These are the rule of law that when we are not fully when they are not fully implemented, there's nothing you and I can do to it, and it must be stated categorically that state electoral body are the tool tools in the hands of the governor of states, not only Lagos State. We will love it. We will love it if it can be done by National Assembly and have independent body like INEC conducting local government election, so that there won't be biases or just writing results and announcing it. We see what happened in Osun State, in Rivers State, a party that is not existing, and they win all local government, no campaign, no anything. These are the problems that, and when we don't have grassroots administrators, it will be very little difficult.
Thank you. I really hated butting in, but I'm for the ladies at the moment. I am for the ladies. So let's give the ladies some time to speak. Okay, okay, take mine.
Thank you very much. Over the times, there have been a problem in the past that political parties don't care about what is happening in the state. They call this administration Gen Z administration, that this is the time we were now talking, speaking out our minds. You know, like what happened, we told the SEC, we want to start from there. Where do you want to collate the results? From the polling units, we want to know what is happening. There should be a snap. Everybody should snap the result at the polling center. And before, we've been having collation inside the local government offices. But now we told them there won't be that any longer. Let's go to field. Let's everybody say what is happening. That is when we can get a free and fair election.
All right, thank you. Okay, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. I remain Honorable Philip Ivoji, representing PDP State Chairman. I think from our discussion here, it is important for us to come together as IPAC is already doing, to know what we want, the problem we have. If we look at what is happening, even in Edo election, people did not pay attention to what was happening in Lagos State. That was what we have been facing since 1999 up to this present day. So, okay.
Thank you.
So, look at what is happening. What is happening? There's no before we can even be sure that the election will be transferred. We have witnessed in my local government. We won all the local government seats and councillors. They declare us. They went to court and they just gave it to them several times. So this is what we have faced year after year. And we even went to court then when Obasanjo was there, that we want 20 local government, that this thing is not in the constitution. We did all the 20. Today, PDP is vindicated when they revert back to 20 local government. What I'm encouraging the IPAC to let us strategize more. My friend has said it that you don't tell your opponent your strategy. Let us become united. We know where they are coming from. We know the extent they can go. So let us work hard and know that we can win this state if we are committed. And the strategy they are still using now, they've been using it, is the election that is coming, they will send somebody to your party. You will join party last week and make this. If you are not watchful, become candidate. They collect money from who sent them. These are problems that we know. Let us rise up and work together. 2027 we will surely win if we work. We do the right thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Just to mention that, I mean, it's not a campaign ground. So please, let's take note. Let's take note. Let's take
note. It is not a campaign ground.
Yeah. Right,
it is more of your submissions. Let's hear.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Regarding the question that was about integrity in politics, I would say when we talk about integrity, let's start.
Could you tell us your name again and the party you're representing?
My name is Olaide Olurinde, AAC State Women Leader, so to say. So I would like to talk about the integrity of the INEC and also LISEC. So how How integrity are these people? That's the question we need to ask ourselves against the 2027 election. This body are not willing to help the Nigerians to get good governance that they are willing to. LISEC and INEC are not helping issue in any way. I have to say this, I'm not supposed to say, but we need to say it. The last meeting that we had with LISEC, I discussed some of their lapses in the last election, in the last local government election that was held in 2021, the analysis that was given in Koshofe, to be precise. Then they were given the analysis. We thought they would look into it and make amends. But unfortunately, the discussion we had with them shows that they've not really planned, they had no plan for us. They had no plan for all the opposition political party. So we see that LISEC are not ready, in the sense that some of the discussion we had is just going the other way around. We are still battling with the LCDA, the 20 local government, which is not supposed to be so, because the people already said this is what they want. Now, on my way coming back, just some seconds, when I was going to LISEC office, I never knew, I'm not supposed to say this again, I entered a INEC office around that area. Little did I know that I saw voters card, over 1,000 on the table. Wow, I said, who are the owner of this voters card? People are supposed to have voters card to themselves. I just looked, I walked away, because I just thought, that's
it could be people who are yet to collect. It's INEC office, right?
Yeah.
So it is. It's where you're having those IDs. You go there, you collect your voter card and all of that. So that is not. I don't think that falls in here. Okay.
Yeah, go on.
I'm just saying the invitation was sent, but this dialogue, this conversation, this openness that we are displaying today should be more directed towards how we can improve accessible democracy in Lagos State. I want to take another lady. Indulge me.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name is Yvonne Onka. I'm the State Vice Chairman Senatorial for ADC. I think what I'm very particular about is how we can come together and make sure that we win the next election. And I feel that if we all contribute in helping our constituency or our community, that would make a serious change. I'll use me as an example. I feel that during the last election, okay, so 2 elections ago, I ran for House of Assembly, sir. I ran for House of Assembly, and I had a quite good number of votes. Why? Because I sent approximately 20 kids to school. So each of them, their family, gathered and said, Yvonne, Choma is my popular name in Iwaya.
Okay, so you could just go ahead and talk about.
Yeah. So that I had to take you guys a bit backwards just to say where I'm coming from exactly. So if we have where we contribute to people in our community, in our constituency, it would help. And you have those families come out together and will remember the things that you have done for them. We can start building that up gradually. So that we don't just leave it till when it's time for elections and we're trying to campaign and we're trying to woo these people. Because when we're waiting for the time of elections, they're going to be cajoled by other people who are giving them money. There's hunger in the land and there's poverty in the land.
I think this should tilt the conversation towards internal democracy, transparency, and because if people trust the integrity of parties, perhaps it will encourage more people to participate in the process.
Thank you very much. I'm Gloria Adebayo. I'm the state youth leader for Action Democratic Party in Lagos State. And reflecting with our comment, the truth of it is that I will quote Kunle Lawa, the ED for Electoral College in Nigeria. He will say there's no party in Nigeria that can boast of 1 million membership. And that is very correct. And the challenge is this: many of us that we call ourselves opposition, we've lost the relevance of some other things we can do. The truth of it is, outside the election circle, do we focus on voters' education? How many political parties organize voters' education, educating these people? It goes beyond just, like she was talking about, she sponsors people. It's a political strategy. You buy them before the election. That's just the truth. But can we actually lecture them about what our rights are? Many people, we have dialogue and they will say the Constitution needs to be amended. I will ask you, have you read the Constitution? You say no. They are just joking. If the Constitution is being amended, truly, who are the people that will still abide with the Constitution? The same people. So if someone said we should put in the Constitution, they should just cut their head. You cannot go to prison. They are trying to boycott prison, and you now want to put cutting your head inside the Constitution. Do you think they will abide? They will still find their way around it. So the truth of it is this: as an opposition, Lagos in Nigeria, there's a need for a serious voters' education. Let these people understand their rights. Many of us, even the Constitution provides our right to us. We could not even engage it properly. Then how well do we want to engage it? We need to understand that these people need to understand why they need to go and vote in the first place and what their rights still stand at, even after the election. I will tell so many people, I said, see, if you look at the percentage of the people that are in governance, they are now up to 0.5% of the Nigerian population. So what are we talking about? They are minority when it comes to times of we getting engaging them when in dialogue. See, look here, this is your right. This is where you can step in from your A to B. This is what you can do. This is what governors are supposed to provide for you. I tell some people, see, give Nigerians basic amenities. Nobody will care about what you do with their money.
All right, before we take more questions, let me acknowledge the ones we have on, because we asked you to, dear viewer, to participate, and you've dropped your comments even on Facebook. We see them. Nelson Olusegun, you said, do you know what it means to stand as an opposition in Lagos, the most famous state in Africa? You stand to lose your life, family, job, friends. It's a lot of risk. It's even higher than fighting Boko Haram. That's a concern being raised on our platform. We have Edgar Osemoje Osas. He's saying, I'm assuming he's a man, it is so unfortunate and pathetic that we are practicing a full-scale state capture. Okay, that is his opinion. He went on to say, in Lagos State, we are running is it Baba Sokpe government. So basically, he's sharing his view as well. So please keep the comments coming.
Okay. Okay. My name is Veronica Dikokila, NMPP, State Chairman, Lagos State. I want to say that I agree with the last speaker that said voters' education is compulsory, is necessary. But if I want to, let me just, I hope I understand the question very well. You want to understand, the question is if election is free and fair in Lagos State.
Absolutely.
Okay, we all know that elections in Lagos State is not free and fair. Though I think so far, if I recall vividly, the only national, I go to national now, the only election that has been adjudged as free and fair in Nigeria was that of MKO Abiola, 1993. Now, the last election we had is because they introduced technology into it. So no one would have expected that Peter Obi will win the presidential election in Lagos. And that is because people gathered their votes, and because technology was, what is that to a machine they use, was introduced into it. Now look at the governorship elections. People were intimidated. People were disenfranchised. They went to certain locations like Ojo, Amuwo, and all to ensure that some people didn't come out to vote. And they introduced, is it Egungun or whatever, these rituals and all that. Elections in Lagos State is not free and fair.
So we need to change that.
We need to change it. So I won't go into the modalities and the
strategies
strategies that should be adopted, because some of them have mentioned it.
Okay, please, just be a bit patient. I think we should take some comments from our participants. I think there's the lady. You wanted to speak? Okay. I think you just spoke, so let's give other... There is a gentleman over there. Yes, please. I want to...
Thank you very much. First of all, New Central, thank you for organizing this media event.
Please say your name and on what...
Okay, my name is Honorable Duru Festus. I must thank you for organizing this first in history event. There has never been such organized television event where all the political parties, except during electioneering when there is debate, this is the first of its kind. Thank you very much. I want to use this opportunity to say, as it is in Lagos, so it is in so many other states. Vote by electoral corruption, suppression of votes. Any state where a party is in charge, that is what is usually happens. There is no democracy either in Lagos or in so many other states. Connivance of the electoral umpire with the party in power, not only in Lagos, across board. Political parties in national level have oppositions in the National Assembly where they can push for let the electoral umpire not be appointed or paid by the party in leadership in the state, because he who pays the piper dictates the tune. I cannot be paying you and you disrespect me. That disrespect will be to some extent. So if the umpire, when I mean the umpire, I mean INEC for national, LASEC for state, if they can be removed from being paid by the party in power, those who have conscience to actually let the votes count will make efforts to make sure that votes count. But when all their payment, everything about them is being mobilized by a party in power, it will be absolutely difficult for those who have conscience to actually perform. Thank you very much for this event.
All right, thank you so much. Please, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. My name is Dele Oladeji, State Chairman for Accord Party, Lagos State. I want to buttress the point of my Vice Chairman. One thing, our Honorable Chairman said something that we should speak to the people. I think we should first speak to ourselves. When I say speak to ourselves, we should speak to ourselves as opposition parties in Lagos State. What I'm saying this is, the ruling party will not be here because they won't have answer for the questions you want to ask. LASEC will not be here. They don't have answers for their inefficiency and whatever they are putting up. Now, as opposition party, I think we are complicit to the ruling party taking us for a ride. Reason is this: the people they desire a change, and they are actually ready for that change. So if you have 100 Lagosians that are going to the votes and they are desirable of a change, and out of these 100, 30 are with the ruling party. That's why someone say they are in the minority. Then we have 70 that want a change, they desire a change. Now here we have 18 parties. It means that among we 18 parties, we are going to be dividing those 70 voters in between ourselves. While the ruling party have their minority 30 to themselves, we will keep losing at every election. And they will keep taking us for a ride. And one thing, the worst case scenario is that in this ruling party, it's the worst among us that gets to govern or to rule. Because it's just like what someone said from the net, Baba Sokpe. They won't choose the best of the best. They will look at someone that is malleable, someone that can be like button that then press around. So we are the one contributing to the ruling party keep winning Lagos, and it seems to be like they are made of gold, they are casted in gold. But we know they have weak legs. They are made of plastic. They are wax leg. So if opposition party can come together, it is doable. If the opposition party didn't come together in 2014, they wouldn't have chased the ruling party away in Abuja. So in this coming election, let's start from this local government. Let's come together. We can win. We've been winning. But there's a person that said, Adarin Kornel Mejo, Lonjo Mejo Niya. If Oka is going, Sebe is going, and then Paramole, who is that hunter that will stand in their paths?
Okay. Thanks for translating.
Please, let's look into this.
Thanks for translating. All right, please go ahead.
30 seconds, please. So,
Please let's stick to the second so we can take more.
My name is Chief Mrs. Adeyemi Abiola, State Chairperson for Action People's Party.
So after she's...
Election in Lagos is... I don't think I can qualify it because it's not a free and fair at all in Lagos State. And one of my colleagues said, no party can claim of 1 million membership, even the ruling party. What they did is to, when the election comes, bring people up, bribe them, and give them something, let them use them, and dump them. That is what they do during the elections. So there is nobody that they don't have up to that. But the thing is, we are still shouting from our parties that all the smaller, they call us smaller parties. They call us smaller, and we are not small. And I believe from our different parties, sir, become a big. So we cannot be small, and I believe one day we'll still get it right.
Okay.
And the thing is, election is electing somebody viable to the seat, and that is what is affecting Nigeria. Because when a right person is not on seat, the economy is crumble. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. So we have a gentleman there. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Olashukwu Ajayi, Deputy State Chairman for Labour Party. I want to disagree a little with you of what you said. Because you are paying my salary doesn't mean I have to compromise for you. I think it has to do with integrity right from the start. You know, voter education and integrity. No matter the amount of systems and processes you put in place, if the people behind those systems and processes don't have integrity, then we'll be telling ourselves a lie. Thank you very much.
All right. Talking of integrity, we've seen 2,000 naira bread.
Okay, before we take
Gary.
more questions, I think we should. Okay. I was hoping he just raised an important issue that we could. Okay, let me just land with my thoughts. He raised an important issue that I think we can also discuss, and that has to do with funding, part of it. He says that paying his salary does not compromise his integrity. That's one thing he said. Sir, if you can indulge me just a few seconds. Sir, you have 30 seconds to make your submission, please.
Thank you. On the issue he raises is very important. I've said this somewhere. My name is Gabriel Ayodiji, Organizing Secretary NRM. Until when we make this appointment of umpire leaders in an independent appointment, sir, you can't be paying my salary. You are the one that appointed me. You are paying my salary, and you ask me to do something, and you want me to disobey. It will be very difficult. We know what happened in one of the states when the INEC commissioner decided to do the right thing. Yes. We know what happened. So it is when we make INEC chairman an independent appointment, not a political appointment, because you are talking of electoral integrity. Even if political party, opposition party gather together, if the electoral body are not supporting it, we will just walk and be shouting. So until when they make this electoral chairman, the INEC chairman, an independent that people can come, make it open, apply, even those that are selected, they come to what the stakeholders meeting, people ask them questions, scrutinize them. So by the time they now do that, when they get there, you'll be able to challenge them. But when it is appointment, political appointment, they will need to dance to the tune of the person that appoints them. And that is why we are having this issue. That is why we don't have electoral integrity. As far we continue on this, our democracy will not be strengthened. Our democracy will be the people, the group of elite and for the elite. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, from what he said at first, talking about integrity, that's why I said I should talk. Yes, electoral integrity is very important. But since we're having a dialogue and other political parties are here, one of the strongest ways to enforce integrity is to lead by example. If within our parties ourselves we don't have integrity, then there's no how we can enforce integrity for INEC or for LISEC. And that's the point I'm trying to make. We should start from ourselves. Like he was saying, opposition is not a problem. The ruling party is not the problem. You that are there, that you are in your position, you should be able to have that integrity to point out. If you want to kill a virus, you isolate it. When you isolate it, you can attack it. If you isolate these people and they find out that they are alone, then we're able to put them down. Thank you.
Well, then again, we'll also mention that, please just take note, we're focused on the issues and how we can solve them. Okay. Please, I would like you to speak, but not just yet. Let's give to someone who hasn't spoken at all.
Glad to see you speaking now, sir. We've been waiting for you to talk.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Richard Benson Ezewuike from the New Nigerian People's Party. I'm State Policy Secretary. Now, talking about the trend of elections in Lagos State. For me, I think the system itself is faulty. The body, I think the power that is embedded in the presidency is enormous. For me, I would advise that let a different body appoint the head of INEC so that the presidency cannot control who heads that institution. If you have 40 institutions, you can't get what's supposed to be. Come to Lagos State. Lagos State is a funny scenario, such that those that feel they control the machinery and institution of the state tend to use it to their own advantage, at detriment of other parties or other people. Now, voters' apathy came into play because the youth, the people they don't believe in the process again. They feel that even they vote or they don't vote, their voice or their vote will not count. Even though you think if as people we should be able to have a say. If you think our say doesn't make meaning in the electoral process, then why should I waste my time going to vote? So for me, the process has to be looked into entirely from the scratch and make a lot of amendment to it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. We're pressed for time, so I would like you to do in 30 seconds.
Okay.
30 seconds.
Right. I remain Mr. Olushola Olusegun from Social Democratic Party. Please, I want to say something. I said this before the State House of Assembly when during the electoral review. I said it before the Madam Miranda. You see, we cannot, regardless of our effort and everything, the solution to all this electoral problem is for them to change the institution. Let us have an independent institution. LASEC should not conduct elections for us again. I know it's difficult. We can petition them. See, for approximately 25 years, they have been ruling this Lagos State. There's no how we can, regardless of what we do, even if we go to the grassroots and everything, they will still, if you go to court, you still meet them. I contested, I took them to court, everything when I got to court, they are still there for me.
Okay, thank you.
I still met them there. When I got to court, I still met them there. So see, the truth is just that. Let's have an independent, institution conducting this election.
All right.
Do you understand?
Thank you. Thank you. So, gentlemen, we are pressed for time, but need I quickly mention? I can see some new hands. Maybe this would give birth to an idea on News Central, would allow the conversation to be said at the end of this gathering. Maybe to give birth to a new program, possibly looking at Lagos politics 2027. I don't know what you think about. Would you like that? Okay, good. But let me invite one of our prime programs, the anchor. He's here with us. He would also be speaking very quickly, just to drop a point. I know he's spoken to many of you, and we also have other programs in line. Please, let's put our hands together for Dapo Adegboye, please.
Thank you, Joe.
He's the host for Politics HQ.
Thank you, Joe. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege, speaking with you distinguished personalities. My name is Dakwa Adigboye, the host for Politics HQ. It's News Central's top-tier political program. And I use the word top-tier intentionally. I've had the privilege of speaking with Dr. Asher on the program, also Barrister Ladiko Johnson. I think we've had a couple of run-ins on the show. So I'm looking forward to having as many, in fact, all of you speak on that platform. But I just want to say something in addition to everything that we have said. I think, Chioma, if I got your name correctly, someone used the word grassroots impact. And I think I'll go back to that, adding to everything we have said. Grassroots impact. People never forget people that impacted them. I'll use this scenario. I stay in Ilukbeju, and something happened. There was this politician then, Kakware. I don't know if you remember him, for those of us. Very distinguished politician. House of Reps. He will not see himself as an honorable. It will be at the junction, controlling traffic. He was very grassroots. I met him a couple of times. I'll be driving to work, and I will not know he's a honorable. He will tell me, Malo. People loved him. He came on the platform of the APC. Now, for people that know Mushin Odiolo politics, it's a bit rough. At some point when I was going for second term, I think, please permit me if I'm wrong, he was denied on that platform. He moved to Accord. But guess what? He won. Where I'm going to with this is this. Community impact. A lot of political parties, many Nigerians don't know them. It's when it's 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week to the election, then they start seeing banners everywhere. But why don't we adopt a strategy of, even before the elections, you can have a foundation arm where you are sponsoring students to school, you are meeting their needs, it registers. Trust me, once you come out, in fact, you have a situation whereby the political party becomes stronger than the person because people can identify. So I look forward to having many of you on the program, Politics HQ, 7 p.m. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I need to mention as well, Dapo will not sell his market alone.
He's my colleague and my friend. At News Central, we do more than colleagues. We're a family. And just to quickly sum off the top of my head some of the things that we've submitted today, collaboration among political parties are very big on that, especially with voter awareness. That's something that you've also raised. It's not just the job of INEC or maybe any government in power, but a collaboration between parties to help. And then I know I'm just moderating today, but I must commend your resilience, and your appearance here today shows that you're invested in the democratic process, not just because there is some gain for you, but because there is a bigger picture that we are looking at. Absolutely.
Well, before we introduce the MD, one last word from the ADC.
Yes, thank you very much. There's something that Mr. Richard mentioned here. I think we glossed over it. Voter apathy. And Lagos State has the highest voter apathy in Nigerian elections. 25. Yes. I mean, you can get it from INEC sites. We have the lowest voter turnout by percentage in Nigerian elections. And there's a reason for it. Lack of inclusivity. It says that Lagos is for some people. Why would I want to come out and face potential violence if people in Lagos believe that I'm not a Lagosian? I don't belong to Lagos even though I have a federal voter's card and I pay taxes and I live here. Now, I'm not speaking about myself. Nobody can remove me as a Lagosian. I got Lagos State scholarship to go to school, so I'm not talking about myself. But I think global Lagos is important for all of us. This idea that all of us who live in Lagos, who pay taxes in Lagos, have a right to vote. Because some of the parties that are here, they carry the demography of those, that 80% of their supporters are not Lagosians. So when you disenfranchise them, it means they're not going to get any vote at all. Let us be clear about this. ABGA, for example, I'm just using as an example. The organic membership and the organic supporters of ABGA are most likely, 90%, to come from a region in the country. What is their business with local government election? Please answer the question. What is their business with local government election? It's not, they're organically not. ABGA is, as far as they're concerned, ABGA is not Lagos. So why would they come out to vote for local government election? And if they don't come out to vote, how will ABGA win councillorship? Because there is a statement that you don't get in New York, in Tokyo, in London, but you get in Lagos that says this place is not for some people. As a Yoruba man, I think that's something we need to remove. All of us here who are party chairmen, let us encourage everybody to step up and vote, regardless of where you come from. As long as you are here, you have a voter's card. That is where we are going to get the votes we are looking for. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, we'd like to invite the Managing Director, News Central Television, to give us a closing remark. Please put your hands together for Mr. Kayode
The man
Akintemi,
who
please.
makes idea reality.
This is the chairman's dialogue. The chairmen are here, and they are the people that will help to develop our democracy in Nigeria. The vision, the mission, the direction of News Central, we say it consistently. We want our finger on the pulse of the nation. We want to be in the grassroots. We want to know what the people are going through. If the people are happy, we are so delighted to make it the biggest news of the day to the government, to the opposition, and to the people of the world, that Nigerians are happy. If Nigerians are unhappy, no matter whose ox is gored, we will share that story and let the world know that Nigerians are unhappy. I do not wish to speak for any Nigerian. That's not my job. That's not my role. But I have the opportunity of being the Managing Director, Editor-in-Chief of a news television platform that has the capacity to reach the end of the earth and be able to amplify the voices of those who seem to be voiceless in this nation. So those who are voiceless, please take advantage of News Central. Come on our platform. Share your thoughts. Let the people know that there is a platform that is happy, delighted, and excited to be the one that amplifies your voice. We have gone to every possible extent, including talking to every single chairman of every political party in this state. And we reached out to them through IPAC. We have spoken with the beautiful, intelligent, and amazing chairman of IPAC. She has been extremely supportive, and she's reached out to every single member of that organization, IPAC. There is no reason for any political party to be absent from this conversation. So please, whether you're at home or you're here, help me give a massive round of applause for every single chairman that showed us today. I have just used my authority as the MD Editor-in-Chief to increase this conversation by a few more minutes because I want to do this personally. And I will start from here by asking you to have 60 seconds. This is about Lagos. I was born and brought up here. I spent a lot of time in other parts of the country. I spent some time in Kaduna, Sultan Bello Primary School, some time in Kano, Federal Government College, Kano, some time in Ogun State, and I've traveled almost every part of this nation. While I was a student in the Polytechnic, I was a member, in fact, an executive member of an organization that does not exist anymore. We called it National Anti-Tribal Students Association. We said that if we get rid of tribalism in Nigeria, if everybody, whether you are Dan Arewa or you're Yoruba or Moluabi, you are Ndibo, whatever you are, wherever you are from, and you identify as a Nigerian, then this nation becomes our nation. Nobody will say you're not a Lagosian if you live here and you pay your tax. If you work here and you contribute to the development of this state, you are a resident of this state, and by virtue of that, you should have a voice. In fact, you must have a voice because you must demand it and you must insist you have it. So, ladies and gentlemen, every single one of you on the front two rows who are chairmen of political parties in Lagos State, think now, and you will have 60 seconds and tell us what is your message, not to APC, not to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, not to Governor Sanwo-Olu, not to any ruling government. What is your message to Lagosians, residents of Lagos? What's your 60 seconds message to them? Because they are the ones that will make a decision in terms of who rules them and who will run this state. So start from there, please. What is your message? And
thank you so much.
Ezema, please, any time, 60 seconds each individual. When the time is up, I'll demand the microphone. 60 seconds, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Honorable Dele Oladiji, State Chairman for Accord Party, Lagos State. I would like to tell Lagosians this. In Accord Party, we remiss pattern by democratic process and standard. We will always stand by their votes, defend their votes, and make sure that votes count. We have our ways. We've done that in the past. In 2017, even though we were rigged out, we got like 4 councillors back, 2 in Moshi, 1 in Shomolu, and 1 in Agege. In 2017, same way in Okeodo LCDA. So this coming local government election 2025, in Accord Party, we are going to defend their votes and make sure every single vote that is casted for Accord Party is counted and is declared. Thank you.
My name is Kendi Adegbulugbe, Action Alliance State Party Chairman. My message to Lagosians is very simple. Lagos is for us all. We should all have empathy. It's about the people. The reason why we're here, it's not about us, it's about the people. The slogan of my party says, let the masses live. Let us all get involved. It's that simple. Let us come out, let us get involved, let us be inclusive. And once we get involved in this electoral process, the change that we're looking for will come. It's that simple.
Thank you so much once again, New Central. My name is Ayoyin Kaoni, Chairman Lagos AAC. I want to tell Lagosians that they need to know that there's a fundamental problem in Lagos. And it's not just about we politicians. There's out-of-school children in millions. You know, infrastructural breakdown is going on. And people are dying and losing their homes. I can tell you, because we have intervened in a lot, personally as a party, Koshofe Oworo. It's so terrible, you know. And I want to add, Lagos is sinking, for those that don't know. And there's a solution. And this government is not doing it. You know, there are some things we need to stop, and some things we need to start. Seeing all this, if you fold your hands and say you're not going to join politics, or they are rigging me, they are doing this, there's no excuse not to join politics. Let's join us together. Let's fight. We have to fight, obviously. If you're not going to fight, nobody will allow you. Let's fight. Let's work together. Let's use our intelligence. Let's use our brain. Let's solve the problem of society, and we can do it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. My name is Felix Tejumola Agbola. I'm speaking for Action Democratic Party. In ADP, we are not a holistic party. It's party for everybody. It's party for the youth. We are all inclusiveness in our party. We don't sell our form in millions so that we can encourage the youth to come and join us. So I'm using this platform to tell every youth that they have to get involved. And when you are involved, don't think about the indomie they will give to you or what they will share with you. At times, you can even commit our time and resources because we have to help and deliver Lagos State. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is George Ashiru, Chairman, African Democratic Congress. Fundamental things we believe in is global Lagos, Lagos for all. Another important thing that's important for us is that the middle class must have a voice, and economically speaking, they must be given the opportunity to change the IGR opportunities in Lagos State. We believe in healthcare for all, universal healthcare. Everybody should have access to healthcare, whether it's going to come through insurance or some sort of building newer facilities all over all of the local governments. That's something we are committed to. We believe in education, especially vocational and technical education, because that would change the nature of the economy we are running, just like China and Malaysia and the Philippines and Singapore have done. That's very critical to us. Something else that's also much more important is we believe in leadership development and governance. People should get involved, and they should start it right now. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Chief Mrs. Adeyemi Abiola, State Chairperson, Action People's Party. We believe in good governance and the party. This is Action People's Party, and our logo is New Nigeria is Possible, which it is very possible for you to join us. It's a good thing, and we can move forward in Lagos State and in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Honorable Tangod Kenechukwu Ibe. I'm the chairman of All Progressive Grand Alliance, APOGA. My message to Lagosians in general, more especially the youth, I want all of us to watch out for the next election coming. Ask yourself this question. For the past, that you have been used to achieve their selfish aim, and they don't care about you. You that have been used as an instrument, check and ask yourself, what have you benefited all this while? Their benefit there is either they broke your head, or you get one side of injury or one side of the. So, disease from it. Let's all our eyes be on the ball. Choose your leaders wisely and be focused for them. Ask them questions, call them for town hall meeting where you can have avenue to ask them questions, their leaders, ask them where they are not getting it wrong, be able to challenge them because they are representing you. So be wise. APOGA leads for all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mrs. Bumi Adeyemo. I'm the chairperson of Allied People's Movement, Lagos State. My message to Lagosian is one of the fastest, my party is one of the fastest rising political party in Nigeria. And my slogan is Nigerian first, as New Central, African first. So we put our people the first place. So join my party and let Lagos State let us make Lagos State a better place to stay.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Honorable Sheyi Akinleye, Boot Party. Boot Party means because of our tomorrow. My message to Lagosian is simple. I want you to know that your vote counts. And we promise in Boot Party that we will stay with you, we will stand with you, we will protect it for you. Then I want to mention one or two things that we failed to mention earlier on. Political parties have made election difficult for other parties because that is the reason why they introduced Togri in Lagos State. Also, they had another more polling unit to make it difficult for us. So at least if we work together, will make solution to that. God bless you.
Thank you. I'm Pastor Dayo Ekong, the Labour Party chairman in Lagos State. And my parting words for today is for Lagos to thrive, we all hands should be on deck, and we should collectively make sure we build Lagos together by making sure for all the political parties that our internal structures is solid and we shun distractions, because we know that most political parties, they send people to disorganize and cause friction and fractions in the parties. And Lagos, for Labour Party, Lagos State, where we reside, where we are from, is the responsibility of all. Don't allow your votes to be bought. Vote for your conscience at the right time and work to impact your community. Thank you.
My name is Veronica Dikokila, NMPP Lagos State Chapter. In my party, we are judged towards, reordering the Nigerian body polity to attain a desired status such that we are recognized in the community of nations. Now, as a political party, if you look at what I'm wearing, for instance, is white and red, is a symbol of identification. We identify ourselves with the downtrodden, the people in our society. If you look at our logo, it's a symbol of a book and a graduation cap. It means that we know that the people need to be educated so that they will know what they want. It's all about voters' education, and we are looking at mechanized agriculture in order to ensure surplus food for the people, manufacturing industry, and so on and so forth. So my advice for Lagosians is that you need to look for a party that can identify with your needs. We know people are suffering. We can assure you that if you vote for a party, we are there to make sure that we deliver the dividends of democracy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Temilola Akiade, the chairman of National Rescue Movement. I want to tell Lagosians that we can start all over again. For those people that have lost interest in engaging themselves in politics, for those people that believe their vote does not count, we can start all over again. Let's come together, because in our party we believe in due process. There's no imposition of candidates on anybody. Like my party says, when you are not a year in a party, you don't have right to join. To contest in any area. But there's another one that says there is waiver. We can have a waiver to anybody that will believe he has the integrity. My party is open for anybody to join. We are here to assist everybody. Thank you.
My name is Honorable Philip Olabode Ivoji, People's Democratic Party. My message for Lagosians is that every one of us should come out and vote. We should not allow anyone to disenfranchise us. Let's all have the confidence that when we all do the right thing and move massively, there's no amount of changing of figure that will work for them. So let us all be united and to assure the people that PDP, what we are passing through now, we are working on this bad government that is going on. We are going to change this present administration by making the party stronger and making sure that we move everybody together to serve the people better. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Adeleke Abdurrahman, PRP, People Redemption Party, Lagos State Chapter Chairman.
the oldest party in Nigeria with longevity, consistency, and generation next. This is a party that gives everyone platform to contribute their quota there with intelligence and whatever human resources capacity they are bringing aboard. Please, for all stakeholders in the party, in Nigeria, the politicians, law enforcement agencies, electoral umpires, and all citizens, please let us change our orientation from the past. For Lagosian, Lagos State has been ruled by the same party since 1999, 26 years now. PRP will give us platform. We have programs, we have policies that is going to impact all of us, but PRP cannot do it together alone. It's a collective responsibility. We are inviting all Lagosians. Let our hands be on deck and come together to rescue Lagos and give Lagos the redemption that is deserved. Please join PRP so that we have tested a party and we have seen them, they have tried their best. Let us give PRP a chance so that we can move Lagos forward to our amiable intention. Change is a constant thing in life, and changing for positive is what we desire. Thank you very much.
Can we cut down on the campaign?
Please. I remain Olusola Olusegun, Social Democratic Party. It is visible to the blind and audible to the deaf that the only political party that is putting the presidency on their toe is Social Democratic Party. We've been doing this not because we want to take over from them, but because we want them to be cautious of the mandates, the Renew Hope. We want them to keep to their promises. So we in SDP, we have the ideology that the democratic principles, we want people to come to the party and also to join us with our democratic principle. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ayodele Adio, Youth Party, Nigeria. I'd just like to remind Lagosians that at least 100 billion will be accrued to local governments from federal allocations every month, which will amount to about 1.2 trillion in a year, which is capable of transforming local healthcare and public education at the grassroots. So the question that they must ask themselves is, who do they want in charge of those resources? Is it people that they elect into those positions, or people that are selected by the powers that be, who have allegiances not to the people, but to the godfathers who have placed them in those offices? I also want to encourage them to come out and vote in the coming local government elections. And we as political parties will do our part to ensure that there's a level playing field, even if we have to go to court, to ensure that the processes are free and fair.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'll be raising up my hands, but thank God I have 30 minutes, 60 seconds to speak. Yes, one, for us to scale through, we have to strengthen our institution. We have to strengthen the electoral institution in Lagos State for us to have good governance. In Zenith Labour Party, we believe in the labor ideology, we believe in workers' welfare, and we believe in equity, justice, and development. Equity within the party and outside the party. We believe in justice. Justice for one is justice for all, and that is why we always stand our ground for what is good, what is better for Lagosians and Nigeria in extension. We always say this, and this is the truth. You can see in the row now, we decided to come last. We are always last on the ballot paper and the first on your mind. That is Zenith Labour Party for you. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you ever so much. Now, we've come to that point where I will be saying thank you so much for coming to this event. Can we give a round of applause to all the chairmen? By the way, I counted 17 individuals that spoke on behalf of each of the political parties. I'm informed and I'm aware that there's supposed to be 19 political parties in Nigeria that's being registered and accredited by INEC. So it seems like there are 2 political parties, YPP and APC, they're not here. So ladies and gentlemen, News Central does not engage in politics. News Central don't support any political party. But News Central wanted to be heard and to be clear that when we invite any political party or politicians to come, we're not asking them to do us a favor. We're asking them to speak to Nigerians, or in this case, to speak to Lagosians. And you all Lagosians that you're claiming that you want to serve, you owe them a duty of care and a duty of hearing as well as a duty of information. If you fail to do that, then you're really failing the people of Lagos and you're failing the people of Nigeria. So we will appeal to YPP and APC to please join us on News Central at the earliest possible time. We will be happy to welcome you to our station so that you can speak to Nigerians, especially Lagosians, speak to them on our platform. We're not ruling it out at all. So that's important. Finally, I would also say that LASIEC and INEC, we're asking that please spare time and speak to Lagosians and indeed Nigerians on our platform. We do not, emphatically I state again, support any political party. Our efforts remains to get Nigerians to understand what those who claim to be their leaders and those whom they have voted for to represent them in the seat of government are doing and how they're doing it. Nigerians need to know. Lagosians, all of us who are Lagosians, all of us who are residents in Lagos, we need to know what you're doing to make our lives better, and indeed to make the lives of our children and the next generation of children that we will have in this state, what you're planning to do to help them. So on that note, I say thank you to all the members of staff of News Central. We've done incredibly well so far, so please help me celebrate them. Help me celebrate them, because the work we do in Lagos and across the nation and indeed around the world, especially around Africa, because we have reporters across Africa who are reporting on a daily basis. In fact, I'll mention the fact that our South African correspondent late last year was in Mozambique to cover the demonstration there. She was arrested at gunpoint. She was blindfolded. Bongani was taken to a police station, not allowed to speak to anyone. We were fortunate to have our reporter from South Africa and the cameraman. They were taken blindfolded into a place where they didn't know, but we got the South African embassy and the Nigerian embassy to help to get them released. So we're doing some great work, but nothing is going to stop us from continuing that. So on that note, we want to say thank you so much to our viewers, and we keep saying, if you really want to know what's going on in the country, please watch News Central. We're now on GoTV. So for those who are on that platform, it's channel 23. We're on Star Times. We're on DSTV. We're on all the social media platform, all the digital media platform. And we say thank you so much. Back to you guys, and then you can hand over to the studio. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please, let's put our hands together. Thank you. Well, like we said, please let's keep our phone lines open. I don't think we need to repeat anything that the managing director said, but we also want to extend our thank you to everyone who's been here. And we look forward to hear from the others who were not here hopefully they will join us on our primetime programs. Once again, thank you so much. My name is Joe Hanson. I present the Breakfast Central program, the early morning show on News Central. So we'll also be reaching out to some of the distinguished guests here who will join us. Here she is.
Yeah, the first step to finding solution is to appear, to be present, and to listen. And you've done that today. We're grateful for the time you're sharing with us here. I mean, you have a lot of things to do, but you chose to give us your time. So thank you very much. I host tonight. I'm a nocturnal staff at News Central most of the time. I work with Adeshawa Josh on tonight on News Central, and also do one slot. Thank you again for your time. I think that's...
Before we say it's a wrap, I just remembered, I've just been reminded by our Director of Commercial Services, Rosemary Egabo Afalawa, that we have a new show that's coming on soon. It's called The Scorecard. We want Nigerians to know that governance is not about Aso Rock, is not about Abuja, it's about what happens in your community. The scorecard is all about the local government, what they are doing, and then what they're doing across in the states. So expect us very soon. We'll be reaching out now that we've got the conversation started with the chairman of political parties. Whatever happens in your local government, we want to know. We will rate them, we'll score them, you see the result, and you can then gauge whether the chairman of your local government are doing the right thing. And in the case of LCDA, whether they're constitutional or not, the money that is accruing to the state is going to them. It is your money. Lagos says, pay your tax. So whatever tax you pay or whatever comes from FAC, all of that money is shared with local governments, and LCDA would rate them. So let us begin to think of how we score them. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
That's the end of
this is where we bring
things up. Yes. Thank you again, and have a safe drive back to your various destinations. Thank you.